Hi, this is Steph from Get With The Programme, and I'm really excited to be chatting today to Heather from my online coaching programme. Hi, Heather. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Heather has been an online client of mine for the past 3 months, and I wanted to have a chat with her to share her story with you because she's a very hard worker and she's got a good story to tell. So, hi, Heather. Let's just, first of all, introduce yourself, please.
Hiya, you're all right. So I'm Heather Thomas and I'm a clinical animal behaviourist and I live in Bathampton. I live with my 2 human babies and my 5 fur kids. I run a pet care company, so I'm quite busy and don't have too much time. So this programme for me was quite difficult to start with.
Oh, it didn't seem difficult. You've done really well so far. So before you join my online coaching program, Heather, tell us a bit about what you did in terms of health and fitness and your sort of history with regards to that.
Yeah, sure. So for the past 16 or so years, I've been a dog walker and dog trainer. So quite an active lifestyle anyway. And when I'm not walking dogs or out training dogs with owners, I would often be out with the kids in the woods, walking our own dogs or climbing and doing lots of active things, running, biking, all those sorts of things. So always been quite active and really love to be outdoors as well. I have had a couple of years at the gym, which I found quite boring actually and quite lonely because you're kind of doing it on your own all the time. You know, I know your program kind of was like that, but I was checking in with you all the time. So yeah, that's me really in a nutshell.
Lovely. Yeah, it can get lonely in the gym, but yeah, you've done really well working and holding yourself accountable. So tell us why you decided to work with me and with Get With The Programme. What sort of led you into this direction?
So first off, I'm getting married in 3 weeks and my goal was to be a little bit smaller and leaner on the waist for the wedding day. Obviously, I think we all do that. I had previously snapped my ACL on my leg after a gincident night out, and as part of that recovery I ended up on the sofa for quite a while and ended up stacking on the pounds a little bit, making myself feel better, eating chocolate and everything you shouldn't eat. And then I had already kind of met you in the local park or saw you there actually doing your boot camp things, and I kept you in mind for kind of prehab and things like that. So before my surgery I had to obviously build myself up so I was as strong as I possibly could be to have that surgery.
Yeah,
And
brilliant.
then for that
And
as a sideline.
yeah, and I know that when you first came to me, Heather, the initial thought you wanted was one-to-one coaching in person with me. But we made a decision to go with this online program because your goal was in 3 months to hit a fat loss goal and to change a bit of your body composition and just to look slightly different aesthetically for your wedding. And so I recommended this online coaching program. Tell us a bit about the online coaching program and how it works and how it's worked for you.
It worked really well for me, actually. I think it was probably the best choice. My time is really slim, so I was able to do things in my own time when I wanted to do it, and I wasn't having to kind of arrange meetings with you in person all the time. Cost wise as well, really good costings. One-to-one PTs are much more expensive in person. I found it actually probably has given me better results because I was able to do more in those kind of sessions and in that time than I would have been able to do money wise and time really if we were to do in person. So yeah, it was really beneficial for me.
Yeah, and so with regard to your workouts, obviously I've been sending you programs to work on, and every 4 weeks we've changed that program and progressed it. Tell us a bit about the programs in regards to the exercises and how you followed them and feedback with regards to how we've worked together on that.
So at first it was a lot to take in, having all these different exercises to do. So there was 4 that you'd give me to do. So that's 4 every week, and I'd follow one each time. And there were so many different exercises that I honestly it was a minefield.
4 different workouts, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought, how am I going to remember all these? However, you provided me with all the videos so that I could just watch them and then do it, watch them and do it. Sometimes I still get some wrong because you forget which one's which, but they're always there at a touch of a button. I can re-watch it again. It's not a big problem. Really nicely done. And I'm kind of glad that you've done something like that, because someone like me, I just wouldn't remember them.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Okay, that's good. That's good, because your form has come on really quickly as well, and also we've managed to progress your workouts really well. Since your surgery, we've also focused on rehabilitation and strengthening that area for you as well, and I can see the improvements. You've done so well with that. Let's talk quickly about the fuel. You know, we all like to eat yummy food, and that was a big thing you were concerned about. Tell us a bit about how that part of the program works.
So it's funny actually, because I've never ever calorie counted ever in my life until now. I've always just ate whatever I wanted to eat and never really took a second thought. But doing this actually opened my eyes forever. It's going to be something that I won't ever leave, to what I can and can't have, and what is better for me and what isn't, and how much of something I can have as well.
Yes.
I think that's a massive deal for me. So having to actually put the calories in has made me recognize and accountable for what I'm eating. So
Yes.
I will often now not just pick at something because I go, oh no, I have to write that on my thing, and I don't want to have to do that, so I just don't eat it instead. So it's actually really boosted the program. I honestly don't think I would have had the results that I've got if I hadn't have done the nutrition side.
Yeah, and have you, has it educated you and sort of built new habits? So I know you say you've learned a lot, but do you feel like you've learned new habits? Because I know that you told me the thing about the burger bun, and I love that.
Yeah, so I still miss cake and bread. They're my favorite things to eat forever. However, yes, it's definitely made me think twice about things. If I eat out now, I will always take, like if I have a burger, I'll take the top off of the burger and just eat the bottom. So I'm eating basically half the carbs that I would have normally ate.
Yeah, brilliant. That's so good.
Not to say I don't want to eat it though.
But it's all about balance, right?
Yeah,
So
that's it. I think that's another thing to add, actually. It's not that I couldn't eat things either. So if it was ever off the cards or restricted, it just meant that I could have less of that thing, really.
Exactly. And it's about balance, and it's about, like we talked when you had your hen weekend, you were obviously going to drink and have fun and enjoy yourself, but you just counterbalance that the week leading up to it by eating really healthily, doing a couple of more pushing workouts, and just really maximizing on your calories for that week leading up to it. So that was really good, because you've really developed and learned new habits.
Yeah,
that's great. Tell me what you expected at the beginning, and tell us about your results.
I expected it to be tough and to push me a little bit. I hadn't expected to lose so much weight over it, but particularly if you're training, because you think I've built so much muscle now that I never knew existed actually. And I've managed to lose like 8 kilos and still losing. I mean, last week I lost another kilo, so you know, it's madness. Before this I had tried to lose weight on my own and I hadn't achieved anything like this, so you know, it's definitely gone above and beyond, and that's thanks to you, Steph. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do it without that coaching and that little pushing in the background, you know.
Yeah, but I've got to say, none of these programs work without commitment from the client, and you know, it's a two-way street. It's not just giving someone instructions and hoping they achieve it. It's knowing that they're putting the work in, and you have put 100% in every single week. So you know, it's kudos to you that you've actually got there. Talk to me about the check-ins, because this is a really relevant part, because it's how we hold each other accountable, and it's how you know that you're checking in with your results and your workouts. So talk to us about how they work.
So there's a couple of check-ins that we do every day. I've been sending you obviously the nutrition stuff, and I think that helps me to keep on that nutrition plan. Anytime I haven't sent you it, it's because I've gone over it and I just don't want you to see, which has only been about 3 times in 12 weeks. So I think that's pretty good going. And even then, I think the one day I sent it to you in the end anyway, I said I'd pull over and just sent it to you. So those check-ins are great because they hold you accountable to making sure you do stick underneath that, you know, bracket. The other check-ins that we've had, so we've done some online stuff. Well, I can't remember how many we've done of those now.
And we do a couple of online where we have feedback and go through some exercise and form and technique. But every week I report back to you, don't I?
Yeah.
On your form, and you send me videos of your workouts.
So I think the video and the workouts has always been one of those things that I go, oh, I need to video this last round, and I forget every time. And especially if you're using like the timer training and trying to get that videoed at the same time, can be quite tricky, but it's only logistic stuff. But I quite like having to send them to you. And the good thing about those videos is I can watch them back and go, oh, look at me now, look what I can do.
Amazing.
So I like that. And then getting all your feedback enables me to sit down and go, right, I need to push on those things. I need to change how I do this. I need to, you know, do everything better. So you improve yourself each week. Yeah,
definitely. That's brilliant. No, and it's things like your squat range. I mean, when we first met, obviously you've just come out of your ACL recovery period. So your squat range was limited, understandably. And now, like even today, looking at your squats, they're amazing. So it's just so motivational for me as well, because I look at someone like you and your journey and it's really inspiring. So yeah, well done. Tell us about your future, what the future holds in terms of your training. You're getting married in a couple of weeks. That's really exciting. Talk to us about what you plan to do in terms of your health and fitness.
Yeah, so me being as active as I am, I'm pretty sure that I'll be continuing doing lots of things. I am looking at doing a maintenance plan with you to see what we can kind of do with that. But also I want to be able to do more things that I probably couldn't have done if I hadn't built up the strength. I'd quite like to have a little go at boxing. I know you do sessions with that. Definitely want to come back to boot camp. I think I probably am strong enough to come back to that now. It's just time to do it. But also long term, I think this has changed me a lot forever. So I think the food, particularly with the nutrition side of stuff, the food stuff, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on without even realizing. Actually, even now I kind of go, oh, that's 100 calories there, that's fine, I'll just put that in, store that in my head. Do you know what I mean? I'm starting to look at in advance at those sorts of things. And I'm also being really mindful about what is good food and what isn't. So it's about what you put into what you get out. You say it to me almost every week, and I can see the difference. The days that I've ate junk, the next day I'm really tired.
And I was going to say the biggest thing people don't realize is that energy levels zap, their sleep is affected, their moods are affected. So it's such a knock-on effect of everything, isn't it? But have you sort of learned to be a bit more creative with food as well, and sort of think outside the box with regards to creating?
Yeah, so alongside this, I started doing Hello Fresh boxes. That's what we started to get. And actually I think that's really helped as well. Portion sizes and stuff, it's kept me in on that, because that's quite difficult. I think that's my hardest thing, is to get those portion sizes. And I think us as a nation, actually, we often have huge portions. The roast dinners that I used to make, ridiculous. Really, probably would have fed about 5 people on one plate. But now, so I'm keeping under with that, and I'm feeling really full. You know, the macros are set to the right amount, so I'm getting lots of protein in. And you're absolutely right, I didn't think it would work at first, but getting the right amount of protein in does fill me up. Yes,
definitely. That's brilliant. Heather, tell us then your weight loss and what you've achieved in 3 months.
So I've gone from 73 down to 64.
73 kilos to 64 kilos. Absolutely amazing.
64.9 technically, but you know, we're there.
And I did spy a 6-pack on you in your workout video the other day, and I was like, wowzers.
Really?
In the house. Looking really, really good. Heather, it's been so wonderful to have a chat with you, and thank you for sharing your amazing story with us. And if anybody out there is watching this video who would like to join my online coaching program and get amazing results like Heather, number 1, you have to commit and put the work in like Heather. But number 2, anyone can do it. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you soon, Heather, at a workout.
Yes. Thanks again, Steph. It's been great. Bye. See ya. ya.